All right, so we've named a few players that we think might take a step forward. Are there any players that you think might take a step back in 2024?
Yeah, I started looking at players, and this was difficult to start thinking about guys who could regress. So I started taking things into account. Either the 49ers brought in guys that were going to make it more difficult for these players to get on the field, or maybe they were dealing with an injury like Jake Brendel. When you're dealing with knee tendonitis, how good are you going to be? I don't know if they can get this thing to not be flared up, but one of the things that Jake Brendel uses to his advantage is his speed and his ability to get to the second level. Those are things that make him the center that he is. If he starts losing that element, then you're in trouble, because right now he doesn't do a great job of holding blocks. He gets there and he gets in the way, but he doesn't secure blocks long enough usually. That's his downfall. But now if he can't even get there and get the leverage that he needs to get his body between the man and the ball carrier, or the man in the hole, that might produce some even more trying situations. Plus, he's not good at anchoring when it comes to pass blocking, and I'm worried about him having a lower body injury and being able to do that. So I think that might be a problem for Jake Brendel. I do think they've added extra competition, and John Feliciano might get a real shot at potentially taking on Jake Brendel now that he's in the second year of this offense and understands the scheme. So I think Brendel might be in a little bit of trouble due to injury and opportunity, and might have a little bit of regression. I just hope we get great center play. If Jake Brendel comes out and plays above and beyond what he's ever did, I'll be the most excited person on the face of the earth, because I want to see that from this 49ers offensive line. But it sounds to me like there's a situation here where he could regress.
That's exactly the same answer that I was going to give. I think that if there's somebody that we think that we could see take a step back, it would be Brendel. Thought about, just for the fun of it, saying Brock Purdy, but I don't believe that, especially since he's had a real off season to get better. I think that we'll see a better Brock Purdy in 2024. Interesting, Josh in here said, in the chat, said Jair Brown. So I'm assuming because he posted this after we shifted gears to who's going to regress, I would assume that that's Josh's answer. But I don't think so. I think that Jair Brown's going to be better. I don't think he's going to regress.
I sure hope he's going to be better. We need that safety room to be better. And if the 49ers feel for any reason that Jair Brown might regress, they might need to look on the open market and bring someone in, because we have a very good cornerback group now. The 49ers have invested not just draft capital, but free agent signings to bring guys in to stabilize that. If your back end, and that back end being the safety position, is going to be a little bit of a concern, you need to go make a move. And so I hope that Jair Brown is going to come in and raise his game and have a second year that elevates the entire team. But if they have any inclination that it's going to be a regression, they're going to have to do something, even if that's just bringing back Deshaun Gibson.